This title may contain explicit content, and listener discretion is advised. This title is narrated with virtual voice, computer-generated narration for audiobooks. The Lynnx Collection II, 5 More Erotic Stories, by Lacey Lynnx. Day 5. It's been 5 days now, and for some reason I've decided to keep a record of events. I'm not sure why. Maybe because I want to remember the day-to-day of these strange times. Maybe because I'm bored and writing passes the time. Or maybe because Lily is behaving so strangely. I met this girl 5 days ago, and within an hour she agreed to shelter in place with me. She's a freshman at the university where I was scheduled to give a series of lectures on 20th century American literature. I had already rented a room in this seedy weekly rate hotel room 204 when the university canceled the event, along with classes. I came upon Lily standing outside her dorm room crying. Her friends had all gone home to their families, but her father insisted she remain in her dorm room, certain as he was that this would all blow over in a week. Lily was afraid to be alone, she told me. She'd already been struggling with the stress of living in a new city and being away from her parents. In her sleeveless white dress, white stockings and white sneakers, with a white bow in her hair to match the rest along with her small pink backpack, she looked too young and too naive to rely on herself for much of anything. I swear she was trembling as we spoke. I still can't say why she decided to trust me. I'm 40 years old with a frosting of gray in my beard. I told her I'm a visiting professor and she believed me right away. I invited her to join me for a cup of coffee at the little cafe on campus, and she said yes without a moment's thought. The cafe was nearly empty, and the barista told us they would be closing early and weren't sure when they would reopen. Lily and I sat with our coffee and discussed the pandemic, her classes, how she'd fared so far her first year in a new city and new school. She hadn't made many friends, too afraid to leave her room except for when she had to go to class or get breakfast or dinner in the cafeteria. After finishing my coffee, I made the offhand suggestion that she come back to my hotel, where I would be staying until the end of the week. I'd already paid for the room, and it was non-refundable. Plus, I'd already scheduled my return flight, and this week was supposed to serve as a mini vacation, because my wife and I had been bickering non-stop for 2 years straight, and I needed some time away. Lily accepted my offer with eagerness, even bouncing up and down in her seat and saying, "Really? You don't mind?" And that was the beginning. I waited outside her dorm for her to pack a bag, and then she hopped in the passenger seat of my Cadillac, and I drove this young girl to the hotel on the outskirts of town. It wasn't until we were walking up the concrete steps to the second-floor balcony that I realized how strange this situation was. Me, a 40-year-old married English professor bringing a beautiful young girl to my hotel room, which had only a queen-size bed. Lily has blonde hair that she wears in pigtails and bright blue eyes. She's 5 feet tall and exactly 99 pounds. I know because I snooped through her purse the first night after she fell asleep to confirm that she was 18 years old. If her parents came looking for her, I didn't want to face kidnapping charges. Not that I have anything nefarious planned, but how does this look? Anyway, we've been together for 5 days now, living off of pizza delivery and Netflix. I can't say it's been boring. Lily is a chatterbox. She's also quite excitable. She's always jumping up and down on the bed or running across the room to fetch me a beer. She only wears dresses and skirts. I can't count the number of times I've caught a glimpse of her panties, and I must admit it's starting to wear on me. As I mentioned before, the girl is behaving strangely, almost as if she's regressing. It's as though she needs to view me as her protector, and she constantly seeks validation by offering to get things for me or giving me a hug. On the first day, she started calling me professor. I helped her with some of her homework while she lay on her stomach with her sneakered feet in the air, and I tried my best not to glance at that forbidden place where her skirt ended and her young thighs began. If I were to lean back, I might catch a glimpse of white cotton panties covering her crotch. What wretched thoughts I was having. That night, we faced the dilemma of our sleeping arrangement, and Lily insisted we share a bed. I hesitated, offered to sleep on the floor, and even pondered staying up all night and taking a nap when she woke up.
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it, at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.